Hi guys, welcome to our channel. A channel that will tell you about anime, manga, and its kind. In this video, I will tell you about top 10 anime in spring 2021 that you must watch. Before start, help us to develop this channel by subscribe to this channel and like this video. Okay, let's start. First, 86. The Republic of San Magnolia. For a long time, this country has been besieged by its neighbor, the Kaede Empire, which created a series of unmanned drones called the Legion. After years of painstaking research, the Republic finally developed autonomous drones of their own, turning the one-sided struggle into a war without casualties, or at least, that's what the government claims. In truth, there is no such thing as a bloodless war. Beyond the fortified walls protecting the 85 Republic territories lies the non-existent 86th sector. The young men and women of this forsaken land are branded the 86 and, stripped of their humanity, pilot the unmanned weapons into battle. Shin directs the actions of a detachment of young 86ers while on the battlefield. Lena is a handler who commands the detachment from the remote rear with the help of special communication. The farewell story of the severe and sad struggle of these two begins. Second, combatants will be dispatched. Always bring a gun to a sword fight. With world domination nearly in their grasp, the supreme leaders of the Kisaragi Corporation, an underground criminal group turned evil megacorp, have decided to try their hands at interstellar conquest. A quick dice roll nominates their chief operative, Combat Agent 6, to be the one to explore an alien planet, and the first thing he does when he gets there is change the sacred incantation for a holy ritual to the most embarrassing thing he can think of. But evil deeds are business as usual for Kisaragi operatives, so if 6 wants a promotion and a raise, he'll have to work much harder than that. For starters, he'll have to do something about the other group of villains on the planet, who are calling themselves the Demon Lord's Army or whatever. After all, this world doesn't need 2 evil organizations. 3. Third, Full Dive. This ultimate next-gen full dive RPG is even shittier than real life. In an unexpected turn of events, dull high school student hero Yuki obtains the full dive role-playing game Kiwame Quest. Created by the best of technology, the game claims to take reality to its extremes, from stunning graphics, NPCs' behavior, to the scent of vegetation, and even the sensation of wind brushing against the skin. Everything was the result of an ultimate workmanship. Except, the game is a little too realistic and messy to clear. Kiwame Quest features over 10 quadrillion flags, and reflects the player's real-life physical abilities in the game. Being hit in the game also hurts in real life, and slash wounds take days to heal. The only reward here is the sense of accomplishment. Conquer the most stressful game in history that can't be played casually. 4th, Haichiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. Office worker Yoshida has been crushing on his co-worker, Arigoto, for 5 years. Despite finally scoring a date with her, his confession is promptly rejected. Drunk and disappointed, he stumbles home, only to find a high school girl sitting on the side of the road. The girl, needing a place to stay the night, attempts to seduce Yoshida. Despite rejecting her advances, he nevertheless invites her into his apartment. The next morning, the girl, introducing herself as Sayu Ajiwara, reveals that she has run away from Hokkaido all the way to Tokyo. During her 6-month spree, she continually traded sexual favors for a roof over her head. Yoshida, however, remains unswayed by her seduction. Instead, he has her do a different kind of work, one that entails washing dishes and doing laundry. And so, a touching relationship between a heartbroken adult and a runaway high school girl begins. 5th, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. High schooler Haze Nagatoro loves to spend her free time doing one thing, and that is to bully her senpai. After Nagatoro and her friends stumble upon the aspiring artist's drawings, they find enjoyment in mercilessly bullying the timid senpai. Nagatoro resolves to continue her cruel game and visits him daily so that she can force Senpai into doing whatever interests her at the time, especially if it makes him uncomfortable. Slightly aroused by and somewhat fearful of Nagatoro, Senpai is constantly roped into her antics as his interests, hobbies, appearance, and even personality are used against him as she entertains herself at his expense. As time goes on, Senpai realizes that he doesn't dislike Nagatoro's presence, and the two of them develop an uneasy friendship as one patiently puts up with the antics of the other.
6.
Sixth, it's disgusting to call this love. Once you fall for someone, you can't stop the love. A strange encounter spurs the meeting of Amakusa Ryu, a high-spec businessman who is loose with women, and his high school sister's best friend, Arima Ichika. From there, he falls madly in love. On one hand, he approaches her with almost too straightforward methods, while she responds simply disgusted, insulting him without hesitation, and he takes it as her way of showing love. This is a romantic comedy about a twisted elite employee, and a normal otaku high school girl.
7.
Seventh, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Suddenly dying from overwork, salarywoman Azusa Aizawa finds herself before an angel, who allows her to reincarnate into a new world as an immortal witch, where she spends her days killing slimes for money on an otherwise eternal vacation. But even the minimal experience points from slimes will add up after hundreds of years, and Azusa discovers that she accidentally reached the maximum level. Fearing that her strong abilities will attract work and force her back to a life of overexertion, she decides to hide her strength in order to preserve her peaceful lifestyle. Despite her efforts, tales of the max level witch of the plateau spread across the land, and a proud dragon named Rika shows up looking to test their strength against her. Even though Azusa defeats and befriends Rika, problems arise as both friends and foes come looking for the secluded witch.
8.
Eighth, to your eternity. It, a mysterious immortal being, is sent to the earth with no emotions nor identity. However, it is able to take the shape of those around that have a strong impetus. At first, it is a sphere. Then, it imitates the form of a rock. As the temperature drops and snow falls atop the moss, it inherits the moss. When an injured, lone wolf comes limping by and lays down to die, it takes on the form of the animal. Finally, it gains consciousness and begins to traverse the empty tundra until it meets a boy. The boy lives alone in a ghost town, which the adults abandoned long ago in search of the paradise said to exist far beyond the endless sea of white tundra. However, their efforts were for naught, and now the boy is in a critical state. Acquiring the form of the boy, it sets off on a never-ending journey, in search of new experiences, places, and people.
9.
Ninth, Osamake, rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. My childhood friend Shida Kuroha seems to have feelings for me. She lives next door, and is small and cute. With an outgoing character, she's the caring one-isan type, this being one of her greatest strengths. But I already have my first love, the beautiful idol of our school and the award-winning author, Kachi Shirokusa. Thinking about it rationally, I should have no chances with her, but while walking home from school, she only talks to me, with a smile even. I might actually have a chance, don't you think? Or so I thought, but then I heard that Shirokusa already has a boyfriend, and my life took a turn for the worse. I want to die. Why is it not me? Even though she was my first love. As I was drowning in despair and depression, Kuroha whispered. If it's that tough for you, then how about we get revenge? The best revenge ever, that is.
10.
10th, Tokyo Revengers. Takemaki Hanagaki's life is at an all-time low. Just when he thought it couldn't get worse, he finds out that Hinata Tachibana, his ex-girlfriend, was murdered by the Tokyo Manji Gang, a group of vicious criminals that has been disturbing society's peace for quite some time. Wondering where it all went wrong, Takemaki suddenly finds himself traveling through time, ending up 12 years in the past when he was still in a relationship with Hinata. Realizing he has a chance to save her, Takemaki resolves to infiltrate the Tokyo Manji Gang and climb the ranks in order to rewrite the future and save Hinata from her tragic fate. So, that's all about top 10 anime in spring 2021 that you must watch. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram too for more information about anime, manga, and other. See you in another video.
のにもしたたにも好きと